Alright, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ika nga ng kasabihan, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Pero paglabas mo naman, parang oven. Heat index, 46 degrees Celsius. Celsius ha, not Fahrenheit. Kaya stay cool with the show called Afternoon Delight. It's the turn of my partner, Tita Denise, para mag-quick vacation. Pero note lang po, hindi po nag-quick vacation ang inyong lingkod ng isang linggo, kundi quick oration.
Yeah.
Nag-talk lang po. Sana all makapag-vacation. Anyway, sa linggong to mga kasama natin, sa linggong to talaga, ang isa pa nating tita. Sabi ng script, isa po sa mga host ng One News program, The Big Story. Binibining Pauline Verzosa. Hi, Pao!
Hey, good afternoon, Tito Lourd.
Napapanood lang kita sa TV, ah.
Grabe, napapanood ko lang din kayo. Uy, napanood mo ba ng Friday?
Friday.
Yung umupo rin ako for you.
Hindi, nasa lecture kasi ako
Oo nga
nun, sayang.
May racket ka daw noon. But,
Hindi yung racket.
Okay, fine.
Wala,
Sige,
hindi pa bayad eh.
Oh, sige.
Hello po again sa mga
May
taga-Creative
tinawag-
Writing Center ng UST. May
Ayan.
tinawag.
May tinawag sa'yo si Tita Denise noon eh. I-replay mo na lang.
Lokong bata yun. Masakit ba yung tinawag sa akin?
Ikaw na lang mag-judge. Let's say, hindi Tito ang natawag niya sa'yo.
Hindi tito?
Hindi Tito.
Bah, parang masakit pa sa tito.
Parang sinusumbong ko tuloy si
Okay lang yan,
no?
okay lang
Pero
yan.
ayan, si Tita Denise, well-deserved break naman for her this week. So,
Ang dami kasing racket, eh, no?
Ano?
Hirap
Oy.
maraming racket. Eh. Oh, anyway, when life throws you lemons, you make
lemonade!
yun, no? Oo.
So, yan po ang ating delight of the day. Why? Because napakainit nga po, as Lourd mentioned earlier, 46 degrees Celsius.
Bakit nga ba pag na-associate yung lemonade sa Western countries pagdating sa
Mainit.
cool, refreshing drink? Eh, minsan yung asim, di ba, may factor yun?
Hindi ko sure kung bakit, but I guess it's just very refreshing kasi, di ba, yung lemonade. Try
Pero I'm
natin.
sure hindi lemonade bibilin mo iced tea, iced coffee, di ba?
Iced coffee. Tama ka dyan. Yeah, pero very refreshing naman ang lemonade. Pero ikaw, Tito Lourd, naramdaman mo na ba yung init? Yung
Kanina lumabas ako.
lumabas ka?
Oo. Sa radyo kasi, dito sa Radyo 5,
Yes.
kung saan may show ako, 10 to 12, every day, ang pamagatay sana, Lourd, paglabas, it's normally Arctic inside, ano? Sa
Okay.
booth. So, mararamdaman mo yung bag mo pag ginawa ka mo hanggang mamayang hapon, malamig pa rin.
Pa rin.
Pero sa pagkakataong ito, hindi pasakay pa lang ako ng sasakyan,
Okay.
mainit na
Mainit
agad.
na.
So, doon mo makikita talaga.
Ako, kung paano ko nasabi na mainit talaga is, di ba, pag yung sasakyan mo, nahihirapan na palamigin yung loob ng kotse. Kahit na small space lang naman yan, pero hirap na siya dahil sa labas nga, sobrang init. Kanina kita ko yung sa kotse nga, mga 36 degrees yung outside temperature. So, hirap na hirap yung aircon na palamigin, ang init pa rin.
Aba, may mga techniques para dyan, Tita D. Una, I'm sure nasa shaded area naman siguro nakapark yung sasakyan.
Oo.
Oo. Pero kung kaya mo na mag-leave ka ng konting-konting space
Tama.
doon sa bintana.
Oo.
So, pareho, no? Tapos bago mo buksan yung makina, i-blower mo muna.
Okay.
Para lumabas yung may mainit
yung
pa kasi
init,
singaw.
oo, para sumingaw.
So, blower mo muna. And since mainit yun, huwag ka muna umupo. Hayaan mo lang siya siguro 30 seconds. So, pagramdam mo na parang wala nang lagnat yung hininga ng vent, tsaka mo siya buksan.
Ayun. Pero kahit nasa daan, parang init pa rin eh.
Mainit pa rin.
Oo.
Kaya maglagay ka ng shade.
Ng shade. Oh, hindi
Wag
sa
lang-
windshield.
Huwag sa windshield. Medyo mahirap yun. Medyo mahirap makakita pag may windshield. May
May
nakatakip sa
shade.
windshield.
Oo.
Yan. Anyway, lemonade. Habang tumatanda ka, lemonade makes all the sense in the world
Kasi,
as opposed to other types of juices.
ayun.
Kasi habang tumatanda ka, mas kailangan mo ng vitamin C aside from all the other vitamins. I should know.
Pero masarap naman talaga ang lemonade. But with the temperature, no, maraming nagtatanong, bakit March pa lang sobrang init na?
And to
Summer
think,
na ba?
Hindi pa raw tapos or patapos pa lamang yung pag-ihip ng amihan.
Amihan, oo.
So hindi pa siya completely nagsa-stop at doon
Correct.
normally dinedeclare simula ng panahon ng tagtuyot, no? So sa pagkakataong ito, maraming nagtataka ng ba't ang aga-aga ng pasok bigla ng Ang init.
Oo.
Kasi normally, mga Abril to nangyayari.
Correct.
At walang pasok ang ibang eskwelahan
Yes,
ngayon.
oo, yung ibang mga schools nag-suspend na rin or online class. Dahil nga naman, kawawa rin yung mga estudyante, no, kung nasa silid sila, and napakainit. And ito na nga, it's one of the trending topics on social media as the heat index in the Philippines reaches 46 degrees Celsius here on the Philippine Star. Ayan na nga, 3 areas are under danger heat index. Ano yung mga areas na yon?
Unahin na natin ang Clark Airport sa Pampanga. Ang pangalawa ay yung Central Luzon State University sa Nueva Ecija. So, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija at Quezon City.
Ayan. Ito rin, syempre, ang Science Garden sa Quezon City. Yun nga, no? It's here on the screen. Apart from dun sa mga nabanggit ni Tito Lourd, ano rin, sa Bukay, Bataan. Aabot daw ng 40 degrees hanggang 44 bukas ng Tuesday. Mainit din po sa Subic Bay, Olongapo, sa Kubi. Ano ba
Point.
to? Point, oo.
So, lahat itong mga to ay, kung mapapansin mo, lahat sila halos mga kapatagan, ano? At yung ilan ba rito ang medyo malapit-lapit sa tubig, maaring factor yun. Dalawa sa kanila ay sabihin natin na medyo malapit sa tubig at ayon nga sa pag sinabi ng mga tagapag-asa dati, nakakadagdag din sa init. Minsan yung gano'n, ano? Yung sinasabing heat index ay nasa level na matatawag na dangerous, no?
Dangerous. Pero tama,
Mapanganib.
Tito Lourd, di ba, ang heat index, hindi naman yan yung actual temperature.
Nope.
Yan lang yung nararamdaman natin. So parang feels like 44, 46 degrees. Kasi maraming factors din yan para maging mainit yung nararamdaman nating panahon. So ito po, you can see, so nasa danger levels na nga because ang pasok sa danger classification is 42 to 51 degrees Celsius. So likely po dyan ang heat cramps, heat exhaustion, at probable din ang heat stroke kung may continued exposure po sa init.
Ayan. So yung heat index, hindi yung actual temperature, pero yung interaction ng actual air temperature doon sa alinsangan or yung pakiramdam ng alinsangan or
Yes.
yung relative humidity. At sabi nga nila, yung feels like, tapos yun yung idea, feels like, pero ang sabi na feels like hell. Sobrang init. My God.
So during these times talagang ang advice natin, no, pati ng pag-asa rin, is to stay indoors or sumilong nga sa mga lugar na may shade kasi sa time na to, heat exhaustion talaga ang pwedeng mangyari.
Sa kasamaang palad, Tita Pao, ano? Hindi lahat ay may ganong...
Ayun na nga.
Oo. Yung ibang mga kapatid natin, kailangan magtrabaho talaga sa ganitong panahon. Titingin lang ako dito, sino yung mga kawawang nilalang na nandun sa ilalim. Okay, yun yung mga cameraman natin. Oo, yung isa nagpapaparking. Yun, mga magpapatulpo
Marami,
yun.
no?
Yun, bibili na fishball yung grupo
Yun,
yun.
di ba yung mga street vendors?
Yes, oo.
Street sweepers.
Mga ganyan.
Marami. Kahit yung mga namamasada, mainit din yan. Mainit ang panahon pagka kayo ay yung mga jeepney drivers, mga tricycle drivers. So I think the best thing they can do, of course, is to hydrate themselves.
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Pero alam mo, Tita P, no? Sabi nila, talagang dito mo makita na nagbabago na yung panahon kasi nung panahon namin, nagka-cancel ng klase kapag umuulan. Never mo maririnig or absurd nung idea nung panahon namin na may magka-cancel dahil sa sobrang init.
Oo, tama yan. Pero in other countries, I believe ginagawa nila yun, di ba? Kapag like Australia, I think pag sobrang init, sometimes they suspend classes. But take note, Australia kasi may mga, di ba parang mainit na bansa talaga yun? May mga desert ba sila doon? Or...
May mga desert sila, pero kabaliktaran sa atin ngayon, winter sa kanila yata.
Yes, oo.
So pag malamig naman dito, mainit sa kanila. Pero ang nakakainis lang dito sa nangyayari, hindi natin naramdaman yung talagang Pasko weather. Di ba?
Oo, actually, that's what I look forward to kasi yung Christmas, hindi na nga siya malamig. Pero
Mainit po Christmas,
somewhat pag January, February, lalamig Doon mo mararamdaman yung parang aircon weather sa Pilipinas. Pero this past few months, parang wala na lang din ako naramdaman na
Feb normally, yan ang
aircon.
peak talaga. No? Late January or Feb,
Yes.
yan yung makakapag-jacket ka pa ng konti sa labas. Pero wala.
Pero ako, kinakabahan ako, Tito Lourd, kasi ngayon pa lang nga na March, ganito nakainit. Paano pa pagdating talaga ng summer, sa April o sa May, Tataas pa kaya yung temperature na yan or same levels na yan?
Mag-abang ka. Malay mo, hindi naman mataas ang temperatura, malakas lang ang mga ulan. At nakakatakot din yun.
Yung mga
Alam mo, sobrang init daw. Alam mo, sobrang init joke sila. Sa sobrang init daw, si Optimus Prime, nung nag-transform, naging aircon.
Naging aircon na siya imbes na kotse.
Na truck.
Na truck, oo.
Ang mga agets lang po nun ay mga kahenerasyon namin na fans po ng Transformers. Anyway, Tita P.
Ayan, so speaking of init, naku po, naging mainit din ang eksena in the Oval Office over the weekend. And in case you missed it, here's that moment when U.S. President Donald Trump and his Vice President J.D. Vance berated Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. That clip will be followed by an explainer from the Associated Press. Watch this.
He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr.
are not
President,
strong-
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for
Have you
trying to
ever
bring
been-
an end to this
Have you
conflict.
ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Then come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of
will
the United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't know
God
that.
bless. You
Don't-
will not
you
have
gotta-
a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're doing.
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
you will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I
You don't
was
have the
saying-
cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What
III.
else?
Your country's
Can I-
in big
can I-
trouble.
can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
It was really a striking display in the Oval Office as President Donald Trump hosted Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, their first in-person meeting since Trump returned to the White House. And it started off for the first 30 minutes just like many normal bilats. Usual exchange of pleasantries, light praise in both ways, an attempt to sort of paper over any differences that were between the two sides. And then it took a very dramatic turn towards the last 10 minutes of the meeting with shouting, finger pointing, and a displays of animosity, largely from the U.S. side towards the Ukrainians for saying that the U.S. wasn't, that the Ukrainians weren't being grateful enough to the U.S. For their billions of dollars of support in the more than 3 year Russian invasion.
If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course,
It's
yes.
going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Trump and the Trump White House have been broadcasting that blow-up in the Oval Office on their social media channels. They are proud of it. They are saying that is emblematic of him standing up for America first. Zelensky's vehicle, his armored SUV, pulled up to the door of the West Wing behind me just a few seconds after President Trump said that Zelensky can come back when there's peace. There's supposed to be a press conference in the East Room of the White House where we were expecting Trump and Zelensky to sign a critical minerals agreement that Trump has really demanded that the Ukrainian government sign to give the U.S. an economic stake in Ukraine's future. Zelensky left without that press conference and without signing that agreement as well.
Nako. Alam mo, sabi ni Trump, yung end ng conversation yun before tinapos sila, no? I know this is going to make for great television, and
Yeah.
it does.
It really, it makes great TV, but you have to question rin, ano, there were some people asking, was this a setup? Parang hindi naman, but there are also people asking kung why didn't JD Vance and President Trump hold back rin, considering it was you're talking to the president of a nation that's currently in the midst of a war, and parang talagang umaatake sila kay President Zelensky during that verbal clash.
Wala naman siguro kinalaman dito na hindi nakasuit si Zelensky.
Tinanong din yun ng isang reporter.
At isang ano nga dyan, well, si Zelensky never natin nakita ng suit, ano, kahit saan siya pumunta. Ganyan ang ano niya, kasi parang idea niya, parang mahirap magpaka mukhang luxurious when my nation
When
is
my
at
nation,
war.
yes.
No, kahit nung nagkita sila ng Pangulo ng Pilipinas, no, nakaganon din siya, or parang mas short sleeves nga eh.
That's right.
Anyway, sabi ng isang satire na programa, parang I like your outfit, parang outfit daw ng Star Trek. Oo. At mamaya pupunta tayo sa topic na yan. Pero makikita mo yung mga body language nila. Pag si Trump daw normally is on the defensive.
Okay.
At hindi sanay si Trump na normally na nagiging confrontational. Makikita mo yung body language niya, nakaganon, yung nakaklasp yung kamay. Yan.
Okay.
Nung nag-uusap itong si Zelensky naman at si Vance, nakita mo nakaganyan si Zelensky. Habang si
Ito,
Trump nakaganyan.
oo.
Di ba? Makita mo. So parang ano yan, makita mo sa body language. At nakikita mo hindi takot si Zelensky sa kanila. At mapapansin mo rin na, ewan ko mukhang sinadya ba nitong presidente at vice-presidente ng Amerika na pareho ang kanilang kurbata? Alam natin si Trump, classic na yung kurbata na yan na kulay pula. No? Pero yung pareho sila, siguro nagpapasiklab itong si Vance kay Trump.
Trump.
Ano? Pinagtatanggol kita.
Exactly. I watched a commentary. Sinabi nila, it's like JD Vance was trying to show, look what I can do, Dad. Diba? So,
May dad talaga.
Dad talaga yung sinabi, look what I can do, Dad.
Correct.
Oo.
Kasi, alam mo, tinanong dati si Trump, do you see JD Vance as your successor? No. No, no. Wala man lang polite na
We'll see. Oo.
no talaga eh. Kasi lots of brilliant people out there. So, ito isang paraan na pasiklab. Sa isang banda rin, medyo marami ring nag-aalala ng mga allies ng Amerika, ng mga allies ng presidente, kasi complete reversal talaga itong ginagawa, itong stance nila Trump sa mahabang kasaysayan ng Amerika. At may isang UN resolution sinasabi na yung panawagan nga against Russia. Ang mga hindi pumirma dyan, China, North Korea, Israel at the United States. And of course, Russia, syempre, no? Makikita mo na, hindi mo makikita normally sa ganyang panig.
Ang Amerika.
Ang Amerika, except for, yung sa International Criminal Court.
Yes, okay.
Pero ngayon, parang complete reversal. At kung titingnan mo rin yung mga senior Republicans, sila yung magsasabi talaga na mali ginagawa ni Trump, ba't ka kumakampi kay Putin, bakit nga naman sila kumakampi sa Russia?
Yun. There's a big question mark there. Maraming nagtatanong why is Trump doing that. Pero balikan lang din natin yung naging verbal clash nila. Some context here. Actually, that's why President Zelensky, posed a question kay JD Vance. Sinatanong niya kasi yung approach ng diplomacy might not be so effective anymore, considering na nagkaroon na sila ng maraming agreements, ceasefire with Russia way back 2014, 2015, di ba? Pero ito, even on Twitter, sinabi niya, Putin has already broken ceasefire 25 times over the last 10 years. So, ang hinihingi ng Ukraine, hinihingi ni Zelensky is real peace. Security guarantees. Kasi, remember, they were in the Oval Office for the mineral deal, di ba?
Yun nga, parang pagsuko na nga yun ng kanilang natural resource.
Yes.
Pero ito pa. Tapos, kung tutuusin mo, gusto ng Amerika, sumuko sila dahil sila may kasalanan. Parang ganun kasi. No?
So, parang kasalanan nga daw nila. Sino ba nagsabi nun? Yung don't confuse victim and aggressor in this war. I believe someone...
Kasi parang lahat ito yung nagsimula. Ito yung classic ng mga linya ng Russian propaganda. At mukhang si Trump kasi believe siya kay Putin eh. Every other chance he gets, pinupuri talaga niya si Putin. Wala siyang pinuri ibang European na leader, halimbawa, depende kung saan mo titignan yung napakalaking nasyon, ano? Like Putin, at tingin niya kay Putin, strong man. At yung worldview niya ay parang ganun din. Ang idea ni Trump ng leader na malakas ay ganito, mga diktador.
Di ba tinawag pa nga niya si Zelensky na dictator, which...
Kasi daw hindi raw nag-hold ng elections.
Ayun.
Kasi, hello, bakit siya mag-hold ng elections?
Oo.
Di ba? Giyera po.
Nasa giyera ang,
Anyway,
bansa.
hello sa mga Russian trolls, kung madadamay kami sa inyong mga algorithms. Hello sa inyo. Okay, so it makes for great television. Kaya ngay Saturday Night Live, isingit ko lang mabilis, ano? Oo. Nirecreate sa kanilang opening nga ba ito? Hindi, tama ba? Parang ito yata yung opening skit nila. Ang gumanap na, of course, ang gumanap na Trump ay yung classic Trump impersonator nila, si James Austin Johnson,
Yeah.
na who also makes a great Kamala Harris, I swear.
Okay.
Po si J.D. Vance, of
Vance
course, si Bowen Yang, na in-exage talaga yung kilay at yung eyeliner. At may special appearance pa supposedly si Mike Myers as Elon Musk.
Yeah,
Mike
nakita ko
Myers,
yan.
of course, kilala natin si Mike Myers bilang Austin Powers. At Wayne's World. Wayne apelido
Wala
World.
palang clip, no?
Walang clip. Pero wala yata normally audio yan, ano?
Oo.
Anyway, nakakatawa kasi parang sinabi doon ng character supposedly, yung Trump impersonator, sabi niya, it's very disrespectful daw for you to just appear in a shirt.
You're not in a suit.
Tapos biglang nagpakita si Elon Musk.
Yes.
Na naka-t-shirt na tech support at may jacket lang dito.
Ayan.
Ayan, at may chainsaw talaga.
Si Mike Myers.
Si Mike Myers ay alumni din ng Saturday
Ng
Night
SNL.
Live.
Okay.
At siya'y Canadian, so baka mapadeport yan. Yan nakuha ko kay Elon Musk, oh. Hindi lang masyado nakuha yung accent. Pero anyway, sabi, we have matching ties, and don't you notice that they're growing longer by the second. Parang ganun. Hanggang dito kasi ng tiny Donald Trump.
Oo nga.
Anyway,
But di ba there are lots of developments din naman after President Zelensky left the White House. I think for the coming days, nagka-meeting din siya sa Europe, with European leaders.
doon siya medyo nakahanap ng kakampi.
Ng allies.
Well, yun ang NATO talaga, no? At yun yung isang ginamit din na dahilan ni Putin na lusubin yung Ukraine kasi ayaw niya maging bahagi ng NATO, yung nasa loob ng... He doesn't want to be surrounded by nations like that. Anyway.
Pero interesting, di ba, parang nabanggit din nila na, yes, we will be supporting, I think this was UK, we will be supporting Ukraine, but America's backing is still also very important. Kahit si Zelensky, sinabi rin niya yun.
Kasi kung tutuusin mo kay yung NATO, nung after World War II ay nung Cold War ay ginawa para ito mga nations of the West ay magsama-sama versus Soviet Russia. Ngayon nawala na lang yung Soviet pero yun pa rin yung malaking hadlang, banta pagdating doon, ano?
Yes.
At kung tutuusin mo, baka yung pag-badmouth ni Trump lagi sa NATO na hindi man nagbibigay ng sapat na hulog o kontribusyon ng mga kasamahan natin sa NATO, mag-pull out na lang kaya ako. Baka may basehan yun.
So we're gonna see how this pans out, no? But meantime, we still have one more story on social media, and it's still from the Associated Press. Here is the complete list of winners at the 97th Academy Awards.
Sino ba napanood? Ano bang napanood mo na dyan, Tita Pao?
Wala nga ako napanood, Tito Lourd. Yung conclave sana, gusto kong panoorin. Kaso, saan ba yun napapanood? Wala akong link.
PM is key.
PM is key.
Ang ganda.
Yan, kay Miss
Gusto mo
Jan,
sa kay
hihingi ako.
Anyway, ang best picture ay Anora.
Anora,
Ito rin
which
yung
is
nanalo.
Russian, right?
Nanalo rin. Yung actual director niya, Sean Baker, ay American.
American.
Oo, siya yung... Merong pelikula ako na panood sa Netflix noon. Hindi ko alam, pero nakita ko lang. Sean Baker, siya rin yung director. Sabi ko, ang galing nito ah.
Okay.
Comedy siya, tungkol sa isang ex-porn star na lalaki. Pero, ang may sexual element din kasi itong Anora, na it's about a Russian prostitute.
Yon.
Na, Russian talaga. Tama. Oh,
Russian
tapos, sorry. Tama ba?
Yeah, it's
Nagkaroon siya ng kliyente na mayaman, na parang anak yata ng Russian elite, no? Na oligarch. Tapos, yun po. Nanalo ng Cannes Film Festival itong Anora. So, itong mga nananalo ng Cannes at Oscars ay tumatatak talaga.
Oo,
so, abangan
oo
natin
naman.
kung ano.
So,
Sana lang mapanood
pero napanood
natin.
mo na ba yung Anora? Hindi pa.
Hindi pa eh.
Hindi pa.
Yung Brutalist, hindi ko pa rin napapanood. Although nakita ko, parang grabe yung ambisyon ng pelikula. So si Sean Baker din, of course, yung nanalo ng Anora. Of course, yung pelikulang Emilia Perez tungkol sa isang Mexican cartel boss sa trans. Tama ba? Oo. Nag-fall from grace dahil sa mga nakalkal na mga old tweets, statements, no? Na politically incorrect nung bida. At Best Supporting Actress is Zoe Saldana. So pelikulang ito is about a Mexican character shot in France, directed by a Frenchman.
Oh.
Ayos ba?
Ganda din yan. For Best Supporting Actor, si Kieran Culkin.
Naku. Ito hindi ko pa rin napapanood pero alam mo yung Kieran Culkin pa rin daw siya dito. Kung nanood ka ng Succession,
Oh, di ba ni-recommend mo sa akin yun? Oh, yes, Kieran Culkin.
di ba a-hole yung character
Yes,
niya?
yes.
So parang ganun din yata dito.
Oh, okay.
Kasi hindi mo rin alam kung maarte siya o yun talaga.
Yun
siya.
talaga yung persona niya. No acting needed. Pero ayan, so marami pang nanalo, no? Adapted screenplay, there you have it, Conclave. Marami
Dahil
ding-
galing siya sa libro.
Ano pa ba? Ang Wicked, nanalo ng costume design. Award for costume design.
Visual effects, of
Then,
course, Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2. Yan.
Okay. Best sound, of course. Ito, makeup and hairstyling, substance. Bakit hindi Dune ang nanalo? No? Sa bagay, kawawa naman si Demi mo. Anyway, puro Anora, oh.
Oo. So,
Iba yata ang
congratulations.
taste kayo ng mga ng
panel,
Academy
yeah.
jurors. Pero gusto ko mapanood kung kamusta si Conan O'Brien as host. Kasi first time niya mag-host ng Oscars eh. At tingnan natin kung nandoon siya, kung next year siya pa rin. Kasi normally ganun sila. Pag nagustuhan ka, or sana kung ninyo si Ricky Gervais para i-roast lahat ng nasa Oscars.
Nakakatawa, parang may ginoke din si Conan O'Brien yung kay Kendrick Lamar and Drake na beef eh. Na parang, since we're halfway through the show, is Kendrick, now's the time for Kendrick to call Drake a pedophile, parang ganon. So,
Talaga?
oo, so pati siya nakikiride dun sa beef ni,
napanood mo ba?
ni Kendrick and Drake.
Napanood mo?
Alin?
Yung
Oscars?
opening monologue ni Conan?
Hindi. Yun lang. Nakita ko ano kasi yun eh. Nag-viral siya sa Twitter.
At tawag dito, may beef pa rin ba si Kendrick tsaka si Drake?
Oo. Di ba yung halftime performance niya
Pero
sa...
hindi ba tapos na yun kasi
Super
nanalo
Bowl?
na si Kendrick?
No.
Mic drop na dapat
No,
yun eh.
ayun na nga eh. We'll see.
Oo, alam po, talagang humatol na ang sangkatauhan.
Ay, hindi pa umaano si Drake eh. Hindi pa daw siya sumasagot. So,
Ay, wala,
baka
yun.
matagal pa to.
A minor. Anyway,
Okay, well, speaking of the Oscars still, we have more highlights for you. And News 5 correspondent MJ Maifori also has some other stories in this Showbiz Wrap.
Mr. President. Agent Collins, come on in.
Tinaguri ang isa sa best new series ng taon. At kahit ngayong linggo pa lang ang finale, renewed agad for a second season. Yan ang Disney Plus political action serye na Paradise. Siyempre, nakatsikahan natin ang mga bida na sina Sterling K. Brown, James Marsden at Julianne Nicholson. Isa raw itong cautionary series na huwag gagawin.
Doing a show that was exciting, that was propulsive, that is going to ask people to ask questions of themselves and how can they best function in the world right now so that they don't wind up in a situation like Paradise. It's thought-provoking.
From heartthrob, Prince Charming at superhero, gumanap naman bilang si President Cal Bradford sa Paradise si James Marsden.
Unconventional. He's not your typical president. But I think he has the same, he lives by the same good principles as you would want to see in a president.
In a world in which I think we've become more and more cynical with regards to what we think politics is doing in our lives, it is encouraging to me, honestly, to see a president that is struggling to do the right.
Yeah.
Napapanood ng Paradise sa Disney Plus. Isa namang inaabangan na yung pagbabalik ng isa sa most beloved street-level fighting superheroes, si Daredevil. Matapos ang halos isang dekada, mapapanood siya sa Daredevil Born Again on Disney+. Pero para sa superfans, pinaghandaan daw talaga ng creators ang comeback ni Daredevil, Matt Murdock. Ang bida noon na si Charlie Cox pa din ang gaganap bilang si Daredevil.
We're acknowledging that all of these characters have matured. We're acknowledging that, like everybody, they're deeper into their lives. And then we take that and, for lack of a better word, run with it. And so the best way of putting it is the show is as different as a person would be with 7 years growth.
Mapapanood na ang Daredevil Born Again sa Disney Plus bukas.
I figured out why you do what you do.
Mas makapigil hininga, mas makamandag na aksyon. May ititindi pa lalo ang isang Pinoy favorite series na Reacher sa Prime Video. Season 3 na ng beloved action character ng Reacher. Kwento ng creator at executive producer ng show, gaya ng pagmamahal ng Pinoy sa mga action heroes. Ganon din ang tema ng Reacher, kaya patok sa Pinoy fans.
You know, as far away as Japan or China or the Philippines, there are these paradigms that are really the same thing. Somebody who will come to town, fix your problems, and then ride off into the sunset.
Napapanood na ang Reacher sa Prime Video. A reunion 22 years in the making. Paano kasi si Halle Berry hinalikan ng aktor na si Adrien Brody sa Oscars 2025 red carpet. Tila ganti raw ito sa paghalik ni Brody sa kanya noong 2003 Oscars. Ngayong taon, si Brody ang nagwaging Best Actor para sa pelikulang The Brutalist. Isa pang inabangan ng performance ni Wicked co-stars Ariana Grande at Cynthia Erivo sa Oscars. Emosyonal na naging performance nila ng ballad na Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Extra special naman ang birthday celebration ni Dabarkad's Main Mendoza. Paano ba naman kasi? Sinorpresa siya ng kanyang asawa na si Arjo Atayde sa Eat Bulaga nito lamang Sabado. Bukod sa pa-flowers, may pakis pa nga para sa fans. Ay!
Si MJ ba yung nag-ay?
Oo.
Akala ko si Miss Jan. Ay!
Si MJ yun.
Pero bakit ganun yung kiss niya? Parang, ba't sa noo? Parang,
Para PG-13.
parang masyado namang tiyuhin ang dating. Ay, wag ka magbiro sa mga ganyan.
Oo.
Seryoso yung mga fans.
Ay, oo nga.
Hanggang
Naku,
ngayon, may
oo.
nagtitrending pa rin kung bakit pinapakancel minsan yung isang programa. Pag check mo, okay. Iba talaga debosyon nila.
Sa Aldo.
Okay, binabati. Siya po nagsabi nun, hindi po ako. Binabati po natin lahat ng nanonood ng programa nga to via live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Sigurado ako, nako, sino na yung pangalan ng fan mo, Tita Pao? Inaway dati yun ng mga fans ni Tita Denise.
Hindi. Sige, ito muna. Mag-hi muna ako kay Rudel Alcantara from Novaliches, El Pueblo, Quezon City. Ayan. Sabi niya, ang lemonade masarap daw sa tag-init. Tama yan.
Bakit Miss You tawag sa'yo? Sir Lourd, si Miss You na naman pala ang kasama mo sa Lemonade. Alam ko na kung bakit Miss You. Miss University of the Philippines, tama ba?
Sige, yun na lang.
Taong 1993?
5. Alin ba? Birthday ko?
Hindi.
1993.
Nung nanalo ko sa pageant, Cesar Carino, which is more dangerous? Dangerous heat index or dangerous cold index? Dahil hindi pa naman tayo natira ng matagal sa isang Arctic area, hindi pa tayo makakasagot sa tanong na yan. Sabi ni iBag Joe Young, why is this J.D. Vance making comments, not facts? Don't gaslight anything for the sake of the world. Sabi naman ni Paulo L, parang sinabi mo, huwag ka na lang kasing lumaban sa isang biktima ng bullying. Tama. Oo. Conan did a good job, sabi ni hello, Marion Ladja. Kaibigan natin yan. Si Conan naman kasi, tataka ko bakit noon-noon pa lang, hindi nila, kung sino-sino kinukuha nila, si Conan, hindi nila kinukuha. Si Conan, nakakatawa, never offensive, always polite. At mas a-hole pa nga si David Letterman, na once lang nakapag-ano. Hindi ganun si Conan, ha? O baka natatakot sila kay Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Anyway, I kid. Time out muna. Marami pa kaming kwento sa inyo sa pagbabalik po ng Afternoon Delight hanggang 3:00 pa po tayo. Kaya dyan lang kayo dahil
Dito lang kami.
tsaka si Pao.
The winning streak continues. Nasungkit ng UST Golden Tigresses ang kanilang third straight win sa laban nila kontra Adamson sa UAAP Season 87 Women's Volleyball Eliminations. Nagawa nila yan in 4 sets, 25-21, 20-25, 25-13, 27-25. Wala pa ring mintes sa pagda-double-digit scoring si Angge Poyos na nakapagtala ng 21 points off 20 attacks, 1 block, and 8 excellent receptions. Extended din ang panalo ng defending champions NU Lady Bulldogs sa sweep match nila laban UE Lady Warriors, 25-12, 25-11, 25-20. 4-0 na ang record ng Bella Belen-led squad habang nananatiling winless ang Lady Warriors. Nag-ambag si Belen ng 18 points off 14 attacks, 3 blocks, 1 ace, 8 excellent digs, and 6 excellent receptions. Balik winning column na ang DLSU Lady Spikers. Tinapos nila ang laban kontra UP Fighting Maroons in 4 sets, 25-22, 24-26, 25-18, 25-17. Former rookie MVP Angel Canino took charge with 24 points off 20 attacks, 4 blocks, and 5 excellent digs. Ayon sa kanya, sa kabila ng talo mula nakaraang game, nananatiling 1 game at a time ang kanilang mindset.
Yung maganda lang ngayon is may nagkakaroon na rin kami ng kumpiyansa sa team and sa sarili. Kaya sana madala-dala din po namin every game sa UAAP.
Nawakasan na rin ang losing streak ng FEU by surviving Ateneo 25-15, 20-25, 25-17, 24-26, 15-11. Bumida dyan si Tino Ubaldo with 17 excellent sets, 8 points, 4 attacks, 2 blocks, and 2 aces. The volleyball action continues over at the 2024-25 PVL All-Filipino Conference qualifying round. Sasamahan na ng Petrogas at Choco Mucho ang Galleries at Creamline sa quarterfinals. Yan ay matapos ang straight set victory ng Petrogas laban sa Capital One, 25-19, 25-23, 25-21. Myla Pablo stays consistent after delivering 17 points off 15 attacks, an ace, and a block. Tinapos na agad ni Cici Rondina ang laban ng Flying Titans versus Crossovers, 25-22, 25-22, 25-23. Rondina added 18 points off 16 attacks, a block, an ace, and 11 excellent digs.
Totally team effort talaga yung ginawa namin. Hindi lang isa o dalawa yung nag-open sa amin, pero ang laking bagay sa amin is yung core defense namin. Kasi the more na yung core defense namin gumagana, talagang lahat ng player ko nagtutuloy-tuloy yung ginagawa na maganda.
Mobile Journal, Denise Valdesancho po. Hatid ang mukha ng balita.
Alright, magandang hapon po muli. This is Afternoon Delight on One News. Ako po si Lourd de Veyra. Siya po si Miss Pauline Verzosa.
Okay, at this point, let's now take a look at a rundown of some stories on One News. Oil companies will implement a price rollback tomorrow. Diesel prices will be down by 80 centavos, gasoline by 90 centavos, and kerosene by 1 peso and 40 centavos per liter. Senate President Cheese Escudero thanks Minority Leader Coco Pimentel for offering to help draft the proposed rules for Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial. Escudero has instructed his legal team to coordinate with Pimentel on the matter. Pimentel noted that with only 5 Senate lawyers, he may have no choice but to join and is ready to serve despite his candidacy. Pimentel is running for congressman in Marikina. And as we reported earlier, classes in several schools across Metro Manila were suspended today due to a heat index reaching up to 46 degrees Celsius. These include schools in Manila, Malabon, Las Piñas, Parañaque, and Marikina. Meantime, the Department of Health warned that heat illnesses such as heat cramps and exhaustion could lead to heat stroke. Everyone is advised to stay indoors, hydrate, and to limit exposure to the sun.
On to another story. Filipinos in Rome gathered in prayer as Pope Francis wages a 2-week battle against bronchitis and double pneumonia. Morning Matters host Gretchen Ho is now in Rome where she filed this report.
Pag-asa natin sa Diyos na siyang humihilom, ang Diyos na nagtagumpay laban sa karamdaman, sa kasalanan at sa kamatayan ay lumapit at humipo at magpagaling kay Pope Francis.
Filipinos in Rome stormed the heavens with prayers as Pope Francis got off on a rocky weekend. Several Pinoy priests and laymen came together Sunday afternoon to offer a special mass and a holy hour of prayer for the ailing 88-year-old pontiff who had a sudden worsening of his respiratory condition over the weekend. On his 14th day at the Gemelli Hospital, Pope Francis experienced a setback in his recovery with an isolated episode of bronchospasm that led to a coughing fit and the Pope inhaling vomit. He was immediately subjected to aspiration to clear his airways and was put on a non-invasive mechanical ventilator to help him breathe. The Pope's condition has since been stable, with the past 3 nights having been peaceful and no new respiratory attacks occurring. In his latest Angelus address published by the Holy See Press Office, Pope Francis thanked the faithful for their closeness in his moment of frailty and expressed gratitude for his doctors. Even in his moment of personal suffering, Pope Francis took time to remind everyone to continue praying for peace and remember those tormented in Ukraine and other troubled spots around the world. The tightly knit Filipino community got together yesterday at the Basilica del Sacre Cuore to offer a mass and prayers for the pontiff's continuing recovery.
Ang Basilica de Sacro Cuore ang tahanan ng oldest community ng mga Pilipino dito sa Roma. At dito rin sa simbahan kung saan huling nagmisa si Don Bosco, buhay na buhay ang boses, diwa at dasal ng mga Pilipino para sa Santo Papa.
Leading the celebration for the Filipino community was none other than Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, said to be one of Pope Francis' favorite cardinals.
Kumapit sa kanya para matigil ang korupsyon. Pagkapit tayo sa ibang puno, makukorap pa yan. Para kay Jesus, incorruptibility.
And speaking of favorite, it is no secret that Pope Francis is close to the hearts of Filipinos as well.
He do lots of things. He reached to everyone. Like here also, he touched my hand. Tayo yung sa lahat ng migrants sa buong mundo, tayo ang mahal na mahal ni Pope Francis. Hindi niya nakakalimutan na batiin ang mga Pilipino. Mahal ka namin, Lolo Kiko.
Mga Pinoy, since very close si Pope Francis sa atin, malungkot, and at the same time hopeful na gumaling siya. No? And every day there's that rosary at the Vatican, and many of our Filipino kababayans are participating in that prayer for him.
Well, it seems some prayers have been granted Just this morning, doctors say that they have discontinued mechanical ventilation, but they continue to monitor the complex situation with the prognosis still remaining guarded. Complicating the recovery, of course, is the long history Pope Francis has had with lung issues, with a part of his lung being removed when he was 21. In the meantime, Catholics, especially Filipinos here in Rome, continue to say the rosary for the Pope every night right here from the Vatican.
And now here are some stories we're watching 70 days ahead of the May 12 polls. The Commission on Elections has printed nearly 49 million ballots for the upcoming midterm elections. Chairman George Garcia said they aim to complete the remaining 20 million ballots by March 14, with verification set to finish by April 20. So far, 12.8 million ballots have been verified, and this means that the poll body can no longer remove the names of candidates who decide to withdraw from the race. Almost 1,400 arrests have been made for violating the election gun ban ahead of the midterm elections. Metro Manila accounts for the largest number with 419 arrests, followed by Central Luzon and Central Visayas. Authorities have seized 1,422 firearms, ranging from revolvers to explosives, during the election gun ban period. The gun ban, which began on January 12, is set to end on June 11 of this year. And COMELEC is expected to issue this month its decision on the first disqualification case against senatorial bet and ACT-CIS Representative Erwin Tulfo. A division of the poll body is currently reviewing the disqualification plea. Petitioners argue that the Tulfos are a political dynasty.
In other news, Ramadan has begun, marking a month of fasting for our Muslim brothers and sisters. And News 5 correspondent Brian Basa reports.
Kanya-kanyang pwesto para sa obligatory prayer ang mga Muslim sa Manila Golden Mosque sa Quiapo. 5 beses nila itong ginagawa ngayong Holy Islamic Month ng Ramadan. Ang mga nagdarasal, iniiwan sa labas ang panyapak dahil bawal ang marumi sa loob ng moske. Tuwing Ramadan, sinasabayan ng pag-aayuno o fasting ang panalangin. Bahagi ito ng paghingi ng tawad sa kasalanan at pagbabalik loob. At para sa mga kapatid nating Muslim, pwede itong kapulutan ng aral ng ibang tao, ano paman ang kanilang relihiyon. Ang Muslim na si Myla mula Rizal, kasama pa sa Golden Mosque ang anak ng kanyang kaibigan na isang Katoliko.
Masaya ako dahil naipamahagi ko rin sa aking inaanak yung ano ba ang ginagawa naming mga Muslim sa tuwing sumasapit ang buwan ng Ramadan. Ang relihiyong Muslim ay napakahalaga at ito ang genuine para sa akin.
Respeto po talaga sa kung ano yung culture ng iba sa atin.
Kahit ang pamunuan ng moske, nakikitang espesyal ang Ramadang ito para makapagnilay at gumawa ng mabuti, lalo't may eleksyong paparating.
Kakamayan ka pag eleksyon na, pag nanalo na si Mayor, City Hall lang, dadaan ka sa butas ng karayom bago ka makapunta sa loob. Kung politician ka, maliban sa pera, pinagtiwala sa iyo ng gobyerno, dapat may pera ka talaga yung ipagtulong mo.
Isang buong buwan ang araw-araw na pag-aayuno at pananalangin ng Islamic community hanggang magwakas ang Ramadan sa pagdiriwang ng Idil Fitr.
This is Afternoon Delight on One News, where we just need to take a quick breather. We'll be right back.
March 3rd, 1991. In Los Angeles, a scene caught on amateur video sparks an outcry in the United States. Police officers severely beat black motorist Rodney King after he stopped for speeding. The following year, the 4 white officers charged in the beating are acquitted of almost all state charges. That triggers the L.A. riots, which kill 55 people and cause $1 billion in property damage. 1847. Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone, is born in Edinburgh, Scotland. 1931. Oh, Say Can You See? The Star-Spangled Banner officially becomes the national anthem of the United States. 1923, Henry Luce and Britton Haddon begin publishing Time, America's first major weekly news magazine. And 2005, Steve Fawcett becomes the first person to fly around the world alone without stopping or refueling.
It's a tremendous sensation to be covering that much distance. And that was the truly enjoyable part of the flight.
The millionaire adventurer touches down in central Kansas after a 67-hour journey spanning 23,000 miles. Today in History, March 3rd. David Melendi, The Associated Press.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby.
Para makahabol pa ng 1-2 sa serye. Kanya-kanyang diskarte ang mga koponan sa pagpapatuloy ng Game 4 sa Smart Araneta Coliseum sa Miyerkules. Susubukan ng Ginebra na tapusin na ang serye kontra Northport sa kanilang laro ng 5:30 p.m. Habang magpupukpukan naman ang Rain or Shine at TNT Tropang Giga para sa panalo sa salpukan nila ng 7 p.m.
Walang foul yun. Anyway, ito na po ulit ang segment na tunay na magiging kampyonato pagdating sa kahit anong conference pa yan, pagdating sa patigasan at paastigan. At isa lang yung sinabi ko, di ba? At maghahatid ng konting lamig sa ating mga isip. Ito na po ang I Saw the Signs. At ang ating edisyon ngayon, Tita Pao, ay...
Na-realize ko na.
Sige nga.
Bakit?
First realization with this photograph, hindi na sick leave ang ibig sabihin ng SL according to this conversation. SL po ako today, sobrang Latina.
Uso yan ngayon.
Uso ba yan? Pwede ka ba magganyan?
Why
Pwede,
not?
no?
Oh.
Yung Latina mo ay Hispanic. Mas galing, mas continental. Anyway, pangalawa, na-realize din ng Afternoon Delight viewer si Milet Rosete na ang tawag sa palasimba pero chismosa ay...
The Good Samarites. Oh, di ba?
In fairness...
Samarites?
The Good Samarites. Yung tutulungan ka pero magchichismis. Okay. Number 3.
Na-realize naman ng isang binata na in love na siya in this convo with nanay. Sabi niya ng anak, Ma, naalala mo si Riza, yung kaklase ko nung high school?
Oo, yung mataba na maitim ang liig. Maanghit pa ba yung batang yon? Musta na yon?
Kami na. Gabi naman kasi si mother.
Malay mo, beauty queen na ngayon, di ba?
Oo.
Sobrang Latina. Next.
Ito naman ang na-realize ni Afternoon Delight viewer, Magsi Alcantara. Hi Magsi. Habang tumatanda ka, may isip mong mas mahalaga ang may katingko lagi sa bag kesa sa pabango. Agree ako dyan. Ako lagi
Direk,
akong may
malaking kasinungalingan yan.
mental inhale.
Hindi lahat nagkakatingko, yung iba white flower ang gamit.
Ako, white flower.
Diba?
Oo.
I feel attacked. Anyway.
Okay, but if you have seen the signs, please do send them to us at afternoondelighton@gmail.com. All right, and that will do it for us this Monday, March 3. Thank you so much for joining us here on Afternoon Delight. Ako po si Pauline Verzosa.
Great to see you again, Pao. And join us again tomorrow 2 p.m. Ako pa rin po si Lourd de Veyra. Have a delightful afternoon.